Hi, Tough family. Welcome to another episode of Fashion Styling Tips with Tough. And on this episode, we're talking about the fabrics you should consider for your big day. So, talking about fabrics you should look at for your big day, I think we should divide it into two. Let's say traditional wedding and the white wedding, but the same process is applicable to both, right? I think it starts from the style that you have in mind. So, in considering fabrics, I think you should have a style team, which consists of I think we have an episode that talked about the stylist, your fashion designer, and the stakeholders, which is the bride and the groom, right? And then the designer of the bride and the stylist of the bride also, right? So when you have this team, they are most likely going to take your brief and come up with a style for you if you don't already have one, right? So it starts from the style. When the style is understood, right, that then determines the fabrics to go for, right? Some kind of style, you need them flowy, right? And then you have to look for a fabric that can flow, right? Some kind of styles, you need them to stand, right? To form a particular shape. Not every type of fabric will do that, even if you use some interfacing to, bring it to life. So you need to go for some particular type of fabric. So I'm just going to list out a couple of them. Once the style is known, right, then you can know the type of fabric that will work for that style, right? So there are a lot of fabrics in the market, right? And I'm going to start from the traditional wedding gives you a lot of leverage, so I'm going to start with that. So we have the ashoke, right? We have the damask and the jacquard fabric. We have isiagu for our brothers in the east, right? We have George slash beaded list. We have the south side people that they use the wrapper and they tie this thing around their shoulder, right? Some of the time they use beaded lace or George fabric, right? We also have velvet, right? Velvet is a very, very luxurious fabric that should be considered for one of your wedding looks, right? We have satin, depending on what you're doing, right? Depending on the style, satin will play a major role. It's a very nice and flowy fabric that looks very luxurious and that will bring a lot of things to life, right? Apart from this, some of this fabric can also be used for your white wedding, and I also there's also a fabric that we call cashmere. We call it, I'm putting them in a bracket, cashmere, wool, suiting fabrics in general, right? Yes, will also come to play depending on what you want to do, right? So when you have this array of fabrics, it can be very cumbersome if you don't have a style in mind already, right? But if you have a style in mind, your style team will definitely be able to guide you on which fabric they think will bring out the best for whatsoever style you're using. So reach out to us so that you don't have to go through all this stress. We are here to help you and to guide you, to make the process seamless, right? So reach out to us, get in our DMs, and we'll be very, very glad to oblige and take you through the process. Thank you. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Fashion Styling Tips with Tough, and we hope you've been able to pick one or two things. Till we see you on the next episode, stay safe and be good.